Hi, everybody. It's your fearless co-host Larry here, as Isaac likes to put it. It's just me today. It's been a minute since you've heard anything from myself or Isaac or us as the show and episodes, blah blah blah. So Isaac is possibly not going to be able to do the show for a while. I don't want to get into his personal life. Isaac's always been very open about everything going on. I try to be as well, but it might be some time before he can be able to record again. And I have trouble getting a hold of him sometimes. But I want to try to keep this short and sweet. And I didn't really write anything down. I honestly just sat down at my computer and just started recording. So, apologies if I'm a little rambly and get off topic, and I swear I'm going to try to keep this short. But, we say a lot that we love the show and we love the people who listen. We don't have a ton of engagement, but that's fine. I don't really ask for much. Just honestly, the fact that just knowing people download the show and listen to it is great. I'm glad people can get enjoyment out of our nonsense and misery. Mostly our misery. We have a hard time keeping on track with it because we're anxious, depressed, lazy. It's usually some combination of the three. And we don't make any money off this, which is fine. I don't ever expect to make a dime from anything I actually enjoy doing. I'm sort of learning that to make money in life generally involves suffering. So it's not a bit or a lie or just one of those things you say at the end of podcasts. I really do love doing this show, and I know Isaac does too. And I don't want to speak for him, of course, but we've talked about it, and we love it. We love doing it. Like watching the movies sucks, and doing the reviews are very long. Like you would not believe my notes. Honestly, it's boy. It takes a while, and you've heard my episodes. I usually go off on some bizarre tangents and relate to things that I've never I've seen a long time ago, or things that probably no one but me in the tri-state area have seen. But anyway, we really do love the recording part. This show is one of the only things that I've ever outputted as a creative outlet that I've liked about myself. And I'm not trying to be depressive, but when it comes to the Bowels of Movie Night, I don't think that I could do it the same way with anyone but Isaac. He is one of my oldest and dearest friends, and I truly love him like a brother. And as far as like comedy, neither of us are trained. Well, Isaac's actually done some stand-up, but that's, everything is natural to me. I don't practice. It's just who I am. And, I don't think I could have the same rapport on this show that I do with anyone but Isaac. Not in the same way. So, that said, I don't want to just stop and say, okay, well, that's it, I don't know when we're going to have a chance again. It might be some time before the Bowels of Movie Night can continue the way that it normally is. Just based on the circumstances right now, I don't know that that's going to be possible for a while. And I don't know what the future looks like for that. That said, I could use an outlet for creativity, and I would like the people who listen to this show and like this show, and the people who've reached out and people who've told me, hey, I really enjoy what you do, it means quite a bit to me, and I know it does to Isaac as well. Again, we've talked about it, and we have a habit of when things don't go well in one of our lives, we tend to let the show slide because it's hard work, and we're bad people at that. I try to work really hard at my job and the things that I care about, but I tend to, when I get inside my own head, I tend to have trouble with creativity. So the show tends to suffer in that sense that when I don't feel like doing it, it tends to not get done. But I don't want this to stop, and I don't want to have to start from scratch again, or, try to ask folks to, hey, it's been a year, but we're back to do it again. So I want to, well, the title says it all. I'm going to do something. I don't know what that is yet, if I'm being totally honest. I don't think it's going to be me talking into a microphone by myself. I don't know if it's going to be about movies. I don't know what the structure is going to be like. I don't know if there's going to be a schedule. What I can tell you is there's probably not going to be phenomenal editing. I will certainly do my best to take to open our kimono a little bit. Isaac does almost all of the work related to this show. I show up, I write usually a way too long script and talk way too much about things that don't matter. But I'm going to do something. And as soon as I figure it out, I will start doing it. And, I'm not just going to say, okay, great, and then wash my hands of it and come back in 2 months. I hope not, because I've been trying, I have a few vague ideas for things, but I don't have any idea for something regular that could fill the slot. And I don't want to just ask someone else to be my partner in Battles of Movie Night, because A, that's Isaac's job. It's some motherfucker's job, and I expect him to come back and do it. I'm certainly not going to watch bad movies without that son of a bitch also watching bad movies. That's not how this works. I may still watch some bad movies, but I intend to force other people to do it with me at the same time, because the show is Isaac's and my show. We came up with it together. We've been doing it together for a very long time, on and off, and different ideas, and some better than others, but that's our show. That's Isaac and my show. What I end up doing, I don't know. It might be similar, but it's not going to be the same thing. And if you're not cool with that because you didn't show up to this for the other bullshit in our lives, I get it. That's totally fine. And you know what? We will be back one day and doing the regular show. It might be some time. I don't know what that time frame is. I really don't. But we will be. I will force Isaac to be if I have to chain him to a dungeon somewhere. But I'm going to do something. And, and hopefully Isaac can be a part of it sometimes. But again, I don't know what the future looks like. But I don't want for the 5th or 6th or however many times to just, the show kind of falls by the wayside for a while. I know it's kind of been over a month now, but we were trying to figure stuff out, and it's just, this is what it's going to end up being. But I will try to make sure that there is some kind of content in the drought of Battles of Movie Night sort of being on the shelf for a little while. And I hope you listen to it, and I hope you like it, and, I hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to change the name of the stream or the feed or any of this other stuff. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, and I'll label them differently if I can figure out how to do all that, because, again, Isaac does all of the hard work. I'm just an asshole who shows up and says a lot of things he probably shouldn't. But, yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update, and, yeah, I will think of something. Again, I have a few ideas in mind, but it's a little, I got to get the logistics down of how to make them work, and, it's nothing that I have, ideas for. Maybe 1 or 2 one-offs, but not anything extended, or people who would want to do it with me that I've confirmed to want to do with a show with me yet for a semi-extended period of time. So once I do, we'll do something. I will do something. I don't know what it is yet. And maybe I'll start banking off some of those ideas I had before that never really came to fruition, because working is hard, and I'm lazy and tired and hate myself and everything I've ever created, except for this show. So that's really all I got. But thanks for listening. I didn't want to take up too much more of your time other than 10 minutes. And you can reach out at bowelsofmovienight@gmail.com. Our website is theearlybeard.com. We haven't done much with it beyond creating it because, again, all of the things I've been saying, we hope to. It's always the hope and always the plan, and life always takes us in different directions. But yeah, I hope you stick around and listen, and I really want to thank you, honestly. Thank you so much for just being just a download number. It helps. It helps to know we both have, Isaac and I both had ambitions in this life to be writers and to be creators, and it's difficult. It's difficult, and it's hard when you don't have self-confidence, which I can only speak for myself in the sense that I have almost none. So it's nice to hear that there's people who like to listen to this show, and whether or not, whether they think it's bad or good, people want to listen to it. People look forward. People download it and listen, and that really, it means a lot. It touches my heart. It really does. And if you've listened to this, I hope to be talking at you again soon. Yeah, that's really all I've got. So, thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon. Smell you later.